Well, thank you for joining me. I'm Zane Dowling, and I'm the owner of The Right Way, WRITE, The Right Way community on Zoom, excuse me, not Zoom, School platform, SKOOL platform. Um, so this is one of our daily lessons, and just going to jump right in. Um, Had to take some time from my vacation at my estate in Hawaii. I'm in the backyard. As you can tell, there are no birds chirping or wind blowing. They quiet themselves down for my sessions. So just know that I am in Hawaii and changing it up a little bit with my hat. I normally don't wear a hat, but since I'm in Hawaii, I thought I would wear my Hawaii hat. Anyway, so today is I'm going to go through a short session on looking at one of the uh, more famous stories that's been made into a movie, and recently made into a newer movie in a two-part movie series. You will probably recognize it when I get down through, but I'm going to open that up. What I did is I copied over um, I copied over my the first chapter. Sorry, got a little lost there. Uh, Copied over the first chapter or the first little bit of this story from a book that I bought secondhand. When I saw it, I thought, "Oh, I've seen the movie. Maybe I'll read the book and it'll be better." Well, I guess I'm more of a movie watcher than a reader, though I have been known to read stories. This one, I just couldn't get through it. It's just too much. And so we'll kind of analyze this first part of the book, the opening part of the book. So just jumping right in. Sleep well, my sly little rascal, said the old woman. Tomorrow you'll need all your facilities to meet my Gom Jabbar. Obviously, I forgot a quotation there. Um, and she was gone, pushing his mother out, closing the door with a solid thump. Paul lay awake, wondering, what's a Gom Jabbar? In all the upset during this time of change, the old woman was strangest thing he had ever seen. He had seen your revenge, your reverence, sorry, and the way she called his mother Jessica like a common serving wench instead of what she was, a Bene Gesserit lady, a duke's concubine and mother of the ducal heir. So as you see here, this first part is rather confusing. Well, let me finish. I'm the Gom Jabbar. Is the Gom Jabbar something of Arrakis I must know? I typed it over, but I was typing fast. Um, Before we go there, is Gom Jabbar something of Arrakis I must know before we go there? He wondered. He mouthed her strange words. Gom Jabbar. Kwisatz Haderach. There had been so many things to learn. Arrakis would be a place so different from Caladan that Paul's mind whirled with the new knowledge. Arrakis. Dune. desert planet. Okay, so now you know the story is Dune, and I loved the first movie, and I thought the second series of movies that portrayed the happenings of the original movie were wonderful to watch and different in their own way. Um, but as I read this, it seemed really quite odd. I don't know how the story got to be so popular with this kind of writing. Honestly, I still haven't finished the book, though I've had it a long time. It's just so non-reader friendly, in my opinion, that it I couldn't finish it. So, I let me just say, "Sleep well, you sly little rascal," said the old woman. "Tomorrow you'll need all the facilities to your facilities to meet Gamjua." So, first of all, describing this person as the old woman isn't helpful to the story. It it just um, gives nothing to introducing the character of the old woman who is speaking here. She has a huge part in the well, not a huge part, but she has a substantial part in the story. Just to start it out that way is mind-boggling to me. I don't know how he got away with it, but I think maybe he paid to have it printed himself and sold it to people who were just too hungry for reading or something. I don't know. That being said, um, this part about she was gone, pushing his mother out, closing the door with a solid thump. I was lost on that entire sentence to begin with. I was like, where does pushing his mother out come from? I didn't even know she was in the room. And all of a sudden, he's the author's trying to bring her into the room by saying she's being pushed out. Terrible, terrible writing. Um, so, still don't know who she is. I don't know who the mother is. Paul lay awake wondering, what's a Gom Jabbar? In all the upset during this time of change, the old woman was the strangest thing he had seen. Your Reverence. Where does that come from? Who's saying it? What part of the story does that two words mean? Your Reverence. Is it Paul remembering that that was being said? Nothing explains what your reverence is or what it's doing there. Anyway, and the way she called his mother Jessica like a common serving wench instead of what she was, a Bene Gesserit lady, a duke concubine, and mother of the ducal heir, doesn't help me. Is the Gom Jabbar something of Arrakis? I must know before we go there, he wondered. I guess that's all right. He mouthed her strange words, Gom Jabbar. Now, here I'm wondering what these other two words are. I'm left confused, thinking, are those some kind of literal translation as to what the woman said? And Gom Jabbar is just him hearing it in his own tongue. I mean, it's like ridiculous to write it that way. He mouthed her strange words, Gom Jabbar, and then say two words that have no meaning to the story without explanation. That's the thing. I mean, why didn't why didn't the writer explain it so that I'm not wondering what in the world is that? Is that what Gom Jabbar is literally? Is that what he heard? What she's it's just ridiculous to leave it like that. Um, it's definitely confusing me rather than intriguing me. Um, so there had been so many things to learn. Arrakis would be a place so different from Kaladin that Paul's mind whirled with the new knowledge. So that sentence is not too bad. I mean, we learn that it's a place that he's going to go to. Um, and we learn the name of it, Arrakis, Dune, Desert Planet. Um, it just leaves so much. This whole part of the opening. I mean, you want to have an opening that's a hook, that draws or makes someone want to say, "What is going on? This is so intriguing that I want to read on." This doesn't intrigue me. It doesn't make me want to read on. It's just some woman saying something about something I don't know. Ah, well, I'm going to cut it off there. I've gone through it all as much as I can, I guess, and I think you get my point. When you're writing, make sure that you are intriguing. You're writing words that draw the reader in, not confuse it. Anyways, let me get out of here and get back to here. Bam. There we are. So again, thanks for joining me. If you're seeing this on YouTube, um, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell. Have a great day.